Hi all, welcome to this Player of the Month Mbappe SBC guide from my perspective, folks, on what I would do if I plan to complete it, and then a review of them if I was to do them and break down the stats and put in relation to Messi, because if you've been aware of my Twitter lately, I've been explaining that I could do Messi or Mbappe for free. I literally just need to decide in regards to the players, like the objective players, and like my minimal club stock, what would I need to give up to make it happen. So you're welcome to smash the folks, sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter, G's Legends, all links are down below for posting channel and social media links as always. So I'm just going on what I have. So basically Mbappe 6 routes, and at the moment if I was to actually do them, I still need 3 more objective players and an Idrissa Gueye. The aim would be that Idrissa Gueye would be all I would need to spend to make Mbappe happen. For Messi to happen, it would be Titi. Messi I can do in his current form. Messi is an 84, 2 85s. One of the 85s is an inform, an 86, an 88 and an 89. I've literally tried to do like for like routes. I've only then had to adjust accordingly for each individual route. So it's obviously using what I have. Now this 84 route I actually do different compared to the Messi route. So it is slightly different, but it's only just because of what I used up. It's just because the 84 requires an inform, the 84 here does not, so you're suddenly, it's minor differences like that. The 85 and 1 inform is obviously where Idrissa Gueye comes in, and obviously we have the inform in Muller, making it happen. Like my informs, I'm only throwing untradeable informs, that's all I'm throwing in. Pretty much everything throwing in is untradeable anyway. I couldn't sell it anyway. But Idrissa Gueye, he's an option to consider nonetheless. I have pretty much worked out all my routes need to be this. Like I was looking even at if an 83 would happen and it wouldn't. So I've literally just I'm trying to make it the exact minimal requirements to make it click, as it were. Now Mbappe's Player of the Month route is roughly about a 1.8 mil. Messi's at like 1.617. If I'm brutally honest, Mbappe should be the same as the Messi. Like same routes, same 6, same cost. If I was honest, that is my feeling. I feel it should be 84, 85, 85 in form, 86, 88, 89, or you go 84, 85. But saying that, it's like you could go 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, but you maybe just keep it the informs to the first 3 routes, with the last 3 being whatever. Ligue, pretty much near enough the same kind of route that we do with compared to Messi. The 86 Messi route I actually have done slightly different, because I went because it's initially was built because this route is initially built for an 85 squad. All I've done is thrown Caputo to make it basically work. So it's like I've thrown out a couple players just to kind of be like, and like Fofana, we've had to put his best version in, and instead of Collar we threw in Caputo to make it happen. So it shows what you throw in. Then the 87 and 1 inform is kind of similar to how the 86 and 1 inform goes for Messi. Obviously the biggest change is Hierro is where we put in here, and we kind of just go a bit more higher rated to make things happen. And I'm kind of glad the new squad foundations happened for St Patrick's Day, because it just gave me more fodder basically to kind of make things happen. Like if I'm honest, we needed more fodder anyway with the 89. In the 89 for Messi, we worked out that we were literally waiting on the MLS squad foundations. In Mbappe's case, we don't it's not going to be the MLS Squad Foundations that will make it happen. We need bigger cards. We need the actual objective cards, like EuroLeague players. We literally need the 2 league players that still need to happen in the Bundesliga and La Liga to happen, and then any of the Squad Foundation cards would fit in. That's for what extent we're at. But when you're giving up 3 icons in this route, it just kind of tells you all you need to know. Some doing, like, and I had to remember as well, I was like, try to work out through each route, like, who have I used, who have I not used. Like, Hendrick and Connolly just to help make that happen, Lerma and Henry make it happen. It's going to be tough. Like, end of the day, whoever I do, it's basically a flex. That's kind of what it becomes, and also it proves grinding the game. Now, it is worth highlighting as well, I have only gave up 2 objective-ish cards this year, which is Beckham and Suarez. If I hadn't given them up, this route would probably be doable. Now, I've only thrown in what I'm showing to kind of illustrate that it's an 18, like 2 89s and an 83 is what is required. I've just done that as an example because at the moment in the spot is Baumgartel, Oscar and Bojan, so it's like 2 83s and an 84. So I'm literally just trying to show that I'm having to throw in even more to make it happen, as it were. Like, that's why even though Guendouzi's there, I've just tried, it's just to show what is fundamentally needed to make it happen. So I was like, I'm still quite a fair bit off, but I have faith in myself that content over the next 2-3 weeks can make things happen. It is worth noting as well, if Guendouzi gets his what if, that's kind of why we put him in the squad, is if his what if boost happens, it changes the 84 squad up. Now he's 5-star, 4-star. Position change from his base to of a striker to a left winger. Now he has a left wing card already that is a man of the match, and obviously he has a record breaker that's a 91 striker which has better shooting. Now for me personally, on the card I would be primarily focusing on his shooting, his passing or his physical. Pace and dribbling on point, like, they will last you the rest of FIFA. It's that shooting and the passing. Like, physically, if you're going to really be concerned, it's his strength. It's kind of like, let's not beat about the bushes, kind of his strength. So maybe in theory then you would just only focus on shooting and passing. Now, I know it's harder said than done, but I know everyone will always look at different chem style and be like, oh, this chem style works better to that chem style, or I'm like, but it's like, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to work out what he needs to improve. It's like Deadeye works a treat, or you kind of look at Maestro to kind of boost the shooting, passing and dribbling, but fundamentally you want to give it the biggest boost possible, and I feel Deadeye is what you would put on him. So as I say, just to review his special cards in general at the moment, his record breaker, there's a decent supply on the market. Like, he is roughly around like the 1.5 mil mark. His left wing card, now at the time of checking this, now his left wing supply varies. Like, sometimes when I've checked there's maybe 1 on the market, sometimes there's 4. Like, if you're paying 1.6 for the left, it's worth noting as well, 1.6 for the left wing isn't worth it. Obviously you've got the team of the year, which is the biggest spike up, but his record breaker for me personally is what is the play, because that's a miles better card. That is obviously Van, but at the same time you're paying 1.5, 1.6 million. It comes down to you, like, your discretion. If I'm honest, the SBC should have been priced around the record breaker's price, because of his left winger is basically 1.2, 1.3, even though there's only 1 on the market, 1.6. Like, he's usually around that 1.3 mark, so suddenly seeing him at 1.6, it's a misread. But as I said, it's overpriced, and as I said, at the moment I'm probably going to lean towards Messi, but I'm going to see how things play out though. But let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are on this, and I'll catch you all later.